This is Sweetie. She's 3 years old and currently living at the Shenton Dog Refuge, in and out of foster care depending on how well she copes with the lifestyle of the rescue. She's competing with the other 80 dogs at the shelter, all desperate to be adopted. The rescue is doing the best they can, but they have a far bigger problem on their hands.
This is Leanne Ashley, the volunteer vice president of the Shenton Park Dog Refuge Home, who very kindly took time out of her busy schedule to discuss dog adoption with us.
So the Dogs Refuge Home is a not-for-profit organisation. We've been right here in Shenton Park for 85 years next year. The land was gifted to us in 1934. For almost all of that time we've been privately funded by donations and bequests and people leaving a legacy in their wills. Actually, we take dogs from all over the state, so we fly dogs down from Broome and Karratha. We get dogs from the southwest, Bunbury. We go and do pickups in Geraldton. And we work with probably 15 pounds in Western Australia around the Perth metro area where we'll bring dogs in. So we bring in about 20 to 25 dogs every single week.
Right.
Over 40,000 dogs were received by the RSPCA in 2018. Just over half of those found a home, 1,000 were transferred to different shelters, and over 5,000 were euthanised. The main reason? Puppy farms.
During the 1930s, when farmers were looking for alternative crops to grow and ways to make money, puppy mills became an increasingly popular practice of breeding and selling dogs. A puppy mill, or puppy farm, is a facility used to commercially breed dogs, often breeds that are in high demand and popular. Female dogs are confined in overcrowded, filthy cages, where they are forced to breed with male dogs, producing upwards of 40 puppies in a lifetime. From here, these dogs are separated from their mothers at ages which are dangerously young and sold at ridiculously high prices, their future owners unaware of the long-term health and behavioural problems that are extremely likely due to the conditions in which they were raised.
There is actually a lot of things with purebreds that aren't always very helpful or beneficial to the dog. So I'd say if you're looking for a purebred dog, that you do your research on all of the breeders and that you contact an association like Canine or Dogs West.
Research conducted by the RSPCA between 2017 and 2018 looked at the main reasons behind dog euthanasia in Australia. Of 5,577 dogs that were put down over the 2 years, 57.9% of these were due to behavioural problems and 19.44% due to medical problems. These major motivators of euthanasia directly link to the main consequences of dog mill breeding.
A common practice within puppy mills is interbreeding dogs from the same family in order to get purebred puppies. This causes genetic diseases and leads to many medical problems in dogs. Blindness, breathing problems, and walking problems are common in purebred dogs.
But in very rare circumstances, we do have to put dogs to sleep. If a dog can't safely live in the community, then that's what we have to do. But we rehome over 1,200 dogs a year, and our euthanasia rate is less than half of 1%. So that will give you an idea that most of them go to a good home.
We surveyed 100 people in Shenton Park and at the Rosalie Dog Park to see how informed the public are. When asked how many dogs were put up for adoption last year, the responses varied, with 20% of participants guessing correctly, as the answer is 40,286 dogs. Next, we asked how many of these dogs were put down. A low number of people guessed correctly, with the answer of 13.85% of dogs being euthanised last year. We then asked for their personal opinion as to whether purebred dog breeding should be illegal, and 44% said yes. Of those who said no, many specified that they are ill-informed about the topic and needed more information.
Our survey helped support what we thought all along. Decisions made by the community reflect a lack of education and awareness on the issue.
Look, I'd say the number one reason that dogs come in is because honestly people don't think about it first. So people get a nice cute puppy, like this guy would have been, you know, really small and lots of fun, but as he grows and he becomes a toddler and a teenager, it's a lot of work. And if you're not willing to put in the work into training, into socialising them, into making them part of the family, then it's not very good for them, and a lot of the times they might bark, they might cry, they might whinge, and develop behaviour issues, and the neighbours will complain.
While puppy farming is cruel and inhumane, it can be challenging in today's society to buy a puppy that isn't linked to these practices, due to the lack of information supplied on the breeder's part. While it can be hard to completely avoid this, these are warning signs you can look for.
Organisations selling large numbers of puppies, not being allowed to visit the breeding facilities, dogs primarily sold over the internet, breeders only accepting cash as a form of payment, not having a registered business name, and breeders offering a large variety of breeds. The best way to avoid supporting puppy farms and helping to end the cruel practices that take place there is to adopt, not shop.
First thing I'd say to people looking for a dog is to consider all of the rescues first. So we say make, you know, adoption your first option. There's a lot of us. So obviously with ours here at Shenton Park, you can come down and you can have a look around. Some groups are only on the web, so you can see the dogs and then you would have to arrange to meet them. So I would say try a rescue first, and we all have puppies, so that's the other thing. A lot of people say, well, I want a puppy. We do get puppies too. The other thing I would say is if you're looking for a specific breed, that you go to a registered breeder and you look up Dogs West or the Canine Association in West Australia, and you go to a registered breeder. The thing I would say to people is absolutely do not buy dogs from Gumtree or out of the paper or from anywhere that they've come from backyard breeding, because that is the single biggest problem.
When adopting a dog, make sure they're the right breed for you, you have enough time to care for them, and you can offer them the loving home that they deserve. Do not support unregistered breeders.
We get all varieties, but what we like to say at the Dog Refuge is that rescue is the best breed.
Yeah.